Your building loses power at 9:30 at night. The elevator stops between floors. Your phone is already below 40%, and your dog's carrier is locked inside the trunk of your car. The food is upstairs. The leash is upstairs. But the medication, backup water, and half of your emergency supplies are 12 floors below you. You just prepared in the wrong place. And there is another mistake apartment residents make during an outage. They bring one item indoors because it looks like the perfect solution for power, cooking, or heat. It is not. Inside an apartment, that item can turn an inconvenient outage into a deadly emergency. I will show you what it is before the end. But first, there are 7 things that need to be upstairs before the elevator stops. The first is not water. It is your complete pet, baby, or dependent care kit. One of the most common apartment mistakes is splitting essential supplies between several locations. The pet food is in the kitchen, the leash is near the door, the carrier is in the car, medication is in a cabinet, waste bags are somewhere else. On a normal day, that arrangement feels harmless. During an elevator outage, it becomes a scavenger hunt spread across multiple floors. Keep the essential parts of the kit together inside the apartment. For a pet, that may include food, water, medication, a leash, waste bags, and a carrier. For a baby or young child, it may include diapers, wipes, familiar food, cleaning supplies, and one comfort item. The kit does not need to be enormous. It needs to be complete enough that the most dependent member of your household can be cared for without an immediate trip downstairs. Quick question: if the power failed right now, could you find every important part of that kit in 30 seconds? If the answer is no, the problem is not that you need more gear. The problem is that the gear you already own is scattered. The second thing is medication and daily care equipment. People often leave backup medication, spare glasses, first aid supplies, charging cables, or hearing device batteries in the car because they use them while traveling. That makes sense until the stairs become your only route outside. Imagine caring for an older family member on the 10th floor. The elevator is down, the hallway is dark, and something they use every day is sitting in the parking garage. Now you have 2 problems instead of 1. Keep essential daily items inside the apartment where the person who needs them can reach them. Include written contact information as well. Phones lose power, people forget numbers. Stress makes simple information harder to remember. For caregivers, do not ask only, "Can this person use the stairs?" Ask a better question. What part of their routine becomes difficult if they cannot leave the apartment today? Meals, medication, communication, lighting, mobility equipment? That question exposes the weak points faster than buying another generic emergency kit. The third thing is sanitation supplies. This is where many otherwise good apartment plans quietly fail. Food gets attention. Flashlights get attention. Backup batteries get attention. Trash bags do not, until you need them. If water pressure is affected, trash collection is delayed, or you are limiting trips through a dark stairwell, small hygiene problems begin stacking up. Pet waste. Spilled food, dirty hands, used diapers, trash that cannot be taken downstairs. None of those situations sounds dramatic by itself. Together, they can make a small apartment uncomfortable very quickly. Keep heavy-duty trash bags, paper towels, hand sanitizer, disinfecting wipes, basic hygiene products, and any household-specific sanitation supplies together upstairs. Do not spread them across 3 rooms. Put them in one location everyone can find. This is not the exciting part of preparedness. It is the part you will be grateful for 6 hours into the outage. Now we get to water. Water stored in the trunk may feel like emergency water, but it is really emergency weight. A single case may be manageable when the elevator works. Carrying it up 8, 10, or 15 flights is different. Now add darkness, heat, a pet, groceries, or an older family member who needs assistance. The plan starts breaking one trip at a time. Keep a practical amount of drinking water inside the apartment before the emergency begins. You do not need to fill an entire room with bottles. You need enough to avoid depending immediately on the lobby, the parking garage, or a nearby store that may be dealing with the same outage. Smaller containers may be easier to lift and rotate than one oversized container. Store them somewhere a leak will not damage electronics, documents, or flooring. And be honest about your household. How much can each person safely carry upstairs? A storage plan that depends on strength you may not have during an emergency is not a reliable plan. At this point, you may be mentally checking your apartment and realizing that the right items are split between closets, cars, and storage lockers. To make that easier, I organized a compact reference list of apartment-friendly lighting, backup power, water, and emergency supplies. It is pinned in the comments so you can compare what fits your space before the stairs become your only option. And remember the item I warned you not to bring indoors? We are getting closer. It looks useful. It may even seem like the obvious answer when the power stays off. But inside the wrong space, it creates a danger you cannot see. Before we close that loop, the fifth thing to move upstairs is food that requires very little from you. A giant emergency food bucket may look impressive in a garage or storage unit, but if it is several floors below you, requires a large amount of water, or contains meals your family will not eat, it is not solving the real problem. Apartment food storage needs to be compact, familiar, and easy. Choose shelf-stable foods your household already eats. Favor items that require little preparation, limited water, and no complicated cooking process. And check one small detail right now. Where is your manual can opener? Not where you think it is. Where is it actually? Could you find it in the dark? A can of food without a practical way to open it is just extra weight. Keep the opener with the food, not in a random kitchen drawer. Store what fits your life. A small, usable supply under a bed or on one shelf is more valuable than a large kit you avoid because it occupies too much space. The sixth thing is lighting you can reach immediately. Picture the first 60 seconds of a blackout. You hear the refrigerator stop. The hallway goes dark. Someone asks what happened. The dog reacts. You reach for your phone and realize it is in another room. That first minute is not the time to search through storage boxes. Keep at least one dependable light in a known, accessible location. A headlamp keeps your hands free on the stairs. A lantern can light a kitchen, bathroom, or central room. A small flashlight near the bed helps you move safely before you understand what happened. The best emergency light is not automatically the brightest. It is the one you can find, operate, and recharge without confusion. Avoid relying on candles as your primary plan. A crowded apartment, a stressed family, pets, children, and open flames are a poor combination. Simple lighting is better. Reachable lighting is best. The seventh thing is stored power and access to information. Your phone may serve as your flashlight, weather alert, building notice board, family contact, map, and way to call for help. That makes battery percentage more important than it appears. Keep a charged power bank upstairs with the correct cables already attached or stored beside it. Do not discover during the outage that the cable fits your old phone but not your current one. A compact emergency radio may also help when internet access is unreliable or your phone cannot connect. Choose equipment based on the job it needs to perform, not the biggest number printed on the package. Can it recharge your actual devices? Can everyone in the household operate it? Do you know when it was last charged? Preparedness is not owning more equipment. It is removing surprises. Now let us close the loop. The item you should never bring indoors is outdoor fuel-burning equipment. A portable generator, charcoal grill, gasoline-powered device, propane cooking equipment, or similar combustion device does not become safe because the elevator stopped or the weather is bad. Do not operate fuel-burning equipment inside an apartment, hallway, stairwell, enclosed balcony, or near doors and windows. Follow the manufacturer's safety instructions and your building's rules. During a long outage, this mistake becomes tempting. The refrigerator is warming. The phone is dying. Someone wants hot food. The apartment may be getting too cold or too hot, so an outdoor device begins to look like an indoor solution. It is not. This is why apartment-appropriate preparation matters. Rechargeable lighting, power banks, simple food, stored water, communication tools, and complete care kits reduce the pressure to improvise with equipment that was never designed for enclosed living spaces. Now, return to that first scene. You are still 12 floors above the street. The elevator is still stopped. The building is still dark, but the carrier is no longer in the car. Medication is within reach. Water is already upstairs. Food can be opened without cooking. The lights are easy to find. Your phone has backup power. Sanitation supplies are organized, and no one is trying to solve the outage with dangerous outdoor equipment. The emergency did not disappear. The unnecessary problems did. That is practical apartment preparedness, not a bunker, not a closet overflowing with survival gear. Just the right 7 things on the right floor before the elevator stops. Which one of these is currently downstairs, inside your car, or missing from your apartment completely? Leave your answer in the comments and subscribe for more realistic emergency planning designed for normal homes, limited space, and real budgets.